All right. Looks like we are rocking and rolling right now. Appreciate everyone for joining me today. Today is April 13th, and we're about to get into some pretty cool stuff that's going to help you guys really understand what I call the path to profitability. Now, as you guys get into the room, I would love it if you guys could just say hello, say where you're from, introduce yourself if you haven't already. If you're brand new to the group, I welcome you and encourage you to share your questions. All right, let me get to actually sharing the screen real quick and make sure that we are good to go. Looks like everything is good on my end. You just never really know. Let me share the screen. All right. Let's go ahead and put that up there. All right, so, wrong button. Let's go ahead and pull this up. All righty, let's do this. So today's gonna be another weekly members Q&A call, and it is April 13th. So today we're gonna go into a few things that I are most likely gonna end up causing some questions, okay? Creating some questions inside your brain that you're gonna wanna ask, and I do have the answers for you. I'm super prepared to be able to deliver this in a way that's not gonna overwhelm you. All right, right now we are in a time that requires a lot of resourcefulness. We're in a time that requires a lot of collaboration. So as you're going through any of the trainings inside of the Academy, as you're going back and forth with me in our emails or anything that we're doing with correspondence, just please don't be afraid to ask any questions. Now's the time. Now's the time. So let's get right into it. There are three phases to profitability that we have to understand. Now, each phase serves its own purpose. And what we're going to do today is we're going to go into the exact purpose that is. So we know at the end of today exactly what you're going to need and how these phases have got to be set up. Because so many people think that when they get into, I should say a lot of us, even me, I felt the same way that, look, you know what, right now I've got to get results. Right now I've got to get some sales. Right now I've got to get some clients. And when you're in that mode, which is where I think like 99% of business owners are, right? It becomes the mentality of, can I skip some steps? Do I really have to go through all of this work to make sure that I can get this end result? Well, the answer is yes, you have to. There is no way around it. The more corners that you cut, the less the results will be, the less compelling they'll be, the less exciting they'll be. And we don't want that. We don't want just average results. We want just superior results. We want things that are going to get us so excited that we just couldn't even imagine. But that can't happen. And you can't see that type of profitability and that growth unless you follow the steps, the stages, and the phases, or whatever you want to call them. I've been able to create these three phases, and I shouldn't say that I created the three phases. I should say that I just organized them. And then inside of each phase, there's a particular set of ingredients, a particular set of instructions that you have to follow. And when you have phase one set up, you have phase two set up, and you have phase three set up, I promise you can start to see some predictable results, some results that are just amazing to see. So right now with where we're at, a lot of businesses are heading downhill. I think 32 million businesses are being affected right now. It is crazy. So that doesn't even include, I don't think, all the self-proprietors, right? So the people who like are freelancers, the people who are just barely making it by before, it becomes a problem now. So you've got to be able to buy into a methodology that's going to help deliver the results to your market on a consistent basis, even during the time of a crisis. Now, this is where those three phases come in. Value proposition and demos, which is you demonstrating that you can actually do what you say you're going to do. Then phase two, brand message and positioning. And phase three, direct response sales campaigns. This is, in a nutshell, how you're going to walk people down the sales process without having to worry about exhausting your time or your resources. And you can do this even during a crisis. So let's go into phase one. Phase one, how many different free offers do you have that you're ready to promote right now? That's a great question. If you have any answers, go ahead and type them in the comments below or in the chat, right? Do you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 15? How many free offers do you have ready to promote right now? Now, as a free offer, we have different free offers that we have, right? So as an example, we have free offers where you can get the VPC method, whether it be a guide or whether it be a virtual training that you could register for. We have free offers for our kickoff call. We have free offers for our sales to systems or systems to sales call. We have our my case studies. We've got productivity lists. We've got, so you can see that we've got everything that are from, you know, PDF style giveaways to recorded trainings to live webinars. We have all this free stuff that we're going to be delivering to our market. Now, if you want to get in front of people, you've got to give them something that they want. I always get a little bit of backlash from a lot of the prospects that I meet with, where they're like, you know, I don't want to give away free stuff, Brandon. Free stuff doesn't lead to high paying customers. And then I look back and I think, what did it take for my lawyer to get me as a client? What did it take for my, for very large, very high-end need services that cost a lot of money, that charge a ton of money? How did you become clients of theirs? Think about that. I know that I became a client for my lawyer by him offering me a free consultation. Now, it wasn't I don't even remember what he called it. I don't know if it was a free meeting, a free call. He might have called it a free consultation just like that. I don't remember. But I do remember that it was a free meeting that I had with him where we spent it was almost about an hour together going through everything to see if he could actually help me. Once he showed me and he saw everything and he was like, look, this is where we're going. This is what you could do. This is how we're going to continue to help and protect your business and your company. This is what we're going to do in the future. Hey, look, do you feel like this is something you could do? This is the cost. This is how it works. So imagine that works. That's been working for years. It's just how you package it. It's how you wrap up those offers that make it appealing. But free stuff does lead to high-end clients that are fun to work with, that will stay with you for a very long time. I built my backbone. My business's backbone is built on giving away free stuff. Meaning that I'm not working for free. I'm creating solutions in advance that's going to give you a result without you having to pay for anything. And I want to, hopefully, my intention is to deliver so many of these results on a repeated pattern that you just feel like, oh my gosh, there's no reason for me to go anywhere else. Brandon's ideas, his execution, his communication, all those things lined up are what is going to help me get to where I want to go. So let me go with Brandon. They can't have that ability unless they can see that you can solve the problem first. So that question's gotta be, how many free offers do you have ready to promote right now? If you don't have any because you're not sure where, like what to give or what to create or how it should look, should it be a PDF, a case study? Should it be a video? Should it be a webinar? What should it be? Those are all things that need to be tested. There's no right answer. There's no like, well, it's always going to be a case study that you have to have. It's always going to be a webinar. It's always going to be a live event. It's always going to be X, Y, or Z. That's not the case. We have to continuously be bringing up and be innovating new offers for our core service or product so that we can excel and move our business forward. And this doesn't matter. No matter what business you're in, doesn't matter what your title is, doesn't matter what you're selling. If you are in charge of sales and you've got to know that, or you have your goals, you have everything that you're trying to hit for your targets, and you don't have free offers right now to get people into the front door, you're selling, you're putting too much pressure on the sales part and not enough on the marketing. The marketing is there to get awareness out there and to bring people into your sphere and to go, you know what, this company I've never heard of before is actually offering me a solution to my problem that I'm facing right now. They're offering it to me without me having to pay them any money. And they're offering it to me in a way that's not making it seem like, you know what, I'm a piece of crap for not knowing this already, right? It's not an attack promotion. And when that happens and these people start to feel good about you, then you could start to see them move down the sales process. So by understanding the benefits of your core service, you can reverse engineer the most important problem that they're facing and help them solve it for free before they ever give you a dime. The goal is to test 2 new free offers each month. So this could be, this month I'm going to go, like this month for say, you might say, I'm going to test a PDF and I'm going to test some type of new strategy call. I'm going to test a case study and I'm going to test a guide. I'm going to test X and I'm going to test Y. That's all that means. We want to keep track of those tests so that we can have, at the end of whatever period it takes, however long it takes, for us to have at least 8. Now for us, we've typically we run about what, 10 to about 10 to 20 different free offers a year for what we do. That's about 1 to 2 a month. we've been doing this for a while. So we already have like 6 to 8 right now that can stand the test of time no matter what we're doing, that could bring in leads, generate appointments, and get people closer to making a decision with me as their option, as their number one choice. So we have to really buy into the fact that phase 1 is so important that if you were to skip it, it would be like you totally removing that first introduction, totally removing that first impression, and trying to sell to somebody who doesn't remember who you are and has no clues to what you can do. It doesn't work that way. Just saying it out loud makes you think like, well, I couldn't do it like that. No one can do it like that. And that's true. Phase 1 is there for a reason. I've tested this so many different ways. I've tested putting phase 2 into phase 1's position and then trying to run it that way. I've tried to rearrange this so many different ways. This is the most cost-effective and the best path for your market so that they could feel a different experience and get to know, like, and trust you along the way. Now, phase 2, this is all about your brand message and your positioning. Phase 2 likes to be skipped because of how uncomfortable it could be to choose a side. If you're not sure about what you stand for, if you're not sure about what your beliefs are as a business, then you're going to end up trying to please everybody, and it's going to be a watered down message, and no one's going to know what you really stand for. So we've got to make sure that you understand that what you have to create and document what your philosophy is. What is your methodology? And what are your tactics? Once we have that down, we can actually put that back in front of the most engaged portion of your market and get them to know, like, and trust you, right? Because your brand is comprised of what people perceive about what they know. It's not about what is actually true about your brand. It's about what they perceive to be true. And you can only control the narrative and the delivery. So it's up to you to ensure that your message is being distributed daily to your market, because if you don't have the information out there to help control the narrative, they're going to control it for you. And they're going to spread this about your brand, whether it's true or not, because you're not up there doing your work. Now, if someone spreads bad news about a brand, what's the number one thing people do? They actually go and start searching for more of that brand, right? Well, during that time, if you aren't in control of the content, if you aren't out there doing exactly what's necessary to make sure you stay in front of everybody, they're going to get to see what they want about your brand and make their own decisions versus being told by you or being taught from you exactly what you stand for. It's a big difference. So to get the best results from phase 2, you should be setting up your tracking to identify who is the most engaged part of your market. And then we want to create this campaign specifically for those people. Think about having the opportunity to get someone's attention, and then you're going to follow up with them and go, look, man, I know that you were interested in this particular solution. I hope it's been working out for you. I hope you found that what I gave you was helpful. Now, why don't you, here's a little more about why we do it this way. Here's a little more about who we are that got this whole thing started. And here's a little more about our customers and our testimonials and things that can get them to see that you are who you say you are and that you can do what you say you're going to do. And it's backed by other people's feedback, reviews, and testimonials. It's going to be very important when you have this set up, because now they've been able to go, you know what, this person has now shown me that they can solve my problems, right? Whether it be at a minor level or a large level, at a 30,000 foot view or with intricate detail. And now they're showing me exactly what they stand for and why they're helping people like me in my position get out of this and get towards something better. That's what it's about as a business owner. And if you're marketing your own business right now, you've got to make sure that you understand this, that yes, you are wearing the hat of a owner, you're wearing the hat of a CEO, but you're also wearing the hat of a marketer. And that marketing hat has got to be putting you in front of the stage going, what do these people want to know more about? Well, according to our data, what we've seen over the last 4 years, just case after case after case after case after case, is that people want to see you can provide value first, and then the relationship can be built. They don't want to get to know who you are before they know you can help. Very important to take into consideration. Now, phase 3. Phase 3 is going to be the direct response sales campaigns. How many, and that should be phase 3 at the top. Don't let that fool you. You can see phase 3 direct response sales campaigns. Let me ask you, I've asked you how many free offers do you have, but how many offers do you have that are ready to promote your core service. So if I'm trying to generate leads and I want to walk them down a sales process, that free offer might be a PDF, or it might be a checklist, or it might be a guide, it might be a training, it might be access to a course, it might be something like that, right? Now, what about for the direct response? Now, this is only going to be to those people who are most engaged with you. They already know what you have to offer. They already know what you stand for. Now it's actually time to give them a pricing, give them terms, conditions, give them specific offers with bonuses, guarantees, irresistible, intriguing offers, and some scarcity. What do you have going right now to help highlight your core service? The more offers that you have to highlight your core service, the better off you're going to be. If you don't have at least 3 different offers right now for your core service, you're going to struggle to get new clients. And let me actually walk you through this real quick. So one of the best ways that we've still been able to generate new clients is through strategy sessions, is through meeting with people one-on-one, delivering valuable advice, and then asking if they'd like some help putting everything together. That's pretty much it. But that I can't just call my strategy session a strategy session. I can't. If I do, then it's so watered down. People have their own idea of what a strategy session is, that no matter how I paint the picture, once they hear the word strategy session, it's going to be like paint by numbers. They're like, look, this is not a artist here. This is just some salesperson trying to get me to buy something. That's all it is. That's what a strategy session is to a lot of people. So when you actually call it something different, we have a kickoff call, which is to help provide you with the same information a strategy call would, except for that it's called a kickoff call. Same thing for our systems of sales call, same thing for our path to profitability, same thing for our offer optimizer, same thing for our, I mean, you could see that there's so many different ways that we're going to present this strategy session. And that's all your offer is. Your offer is just a different name with different bonuses, different scarcity, different set of maybe a different irresistible offer. And then you're going to push it down to the same core service. That's what we're doing. We're saying, look, you know what? Do you want to buy one Whopper when, like, hey, how about this? Here's an offer, you know, buy one Whopper, get one free. Here's another offer they're testing, right? Buy 2 Whoppers and get, 2 free. Right? Who knows what they're doing, but there's so many different offers that you're going to want to have to try and test. That's why you always see them coming out with new ones on different commercials, whether it be for restaurants, whether it be for car commercials, whether it be for professional services. You're always seeing new offers come to light. That means it's your responsibility as the business owner to create as many offers as you can to match not only what your market's looking for, but also make it relevant to the day, to the time, to the trends, to the current events that are happening today. And a quick tip is that the amount of offers that you have right now is a direct reflection to your current income. If you have more offers out into the marketplace, you will see more of a return. So create more offers and you'll see an increase in sales. That's what we want to keep remembering here. And as you go and develop your offers, if you have any questions about what you're going through and how to create them, and what should I have an offer for this, or do I need an offer for this, or is it really that big of a deal to have all 4 elements inside the offer? There's a lot that me and you can discuss as a group or one-on-one, whatever it is that you need, so that you can get these offers set up correctly. Because the offers are going to be the biggest reason why someone's going to want to do business with you after you've built that trust. Remember, we know that we've solved their problem in advance. We've given them a little bit so they can get to know us. And now it's time for us to shine. And these offers that we're getting people into the front door with should be, I mean, I hate the word no-brainer, but it should be a no-brainer. It should be so irresistible for these people that when they look at it, they go, you know what? Man, yeah, I mean, I got to do it. It just doesn't make sense not to, right? That's the type of offer that you want. If you're afraid to create an offer like that, that means either A, your business model is not set up correctly, or B, you don't have the confidence to deliver the results that you say you will. It's either one or the other. So either way, no matter the answer, I want to help you through that. I want to help work with you through your offer creation so that you do have multiple offers, both for your core service and for your free giveaway. Very important to have these types of offers set up so that we can start to distribute those across all the channels. And this could be through paid advertising, through SEO, through email. It doesn't matter how we're going to distribute it. What matters is that we actually have a goal of people that we need to see this offer. I know that for a fact, if we get a certain amount of people to visit our offer every single month, that we will generate this many new clients. It's just the way that it is. Once you're in business for an amount of time, you have enough data, you have a consistency, you have this routine, you have this sense of what to expect. You then can just reverse engineer it down to that and go, look, every month, if I hit this traffic target, if I can direct this many people to this page, and then have everything else take place the way that it's been consistently for the past 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, then we know that we have now a predictable business model where we can start to focus on growth versus how do we stay afloat, right? So hopefully that helps you guys a lot today. The 3 phases, very simple. Let's go through again. The 3 phases are your phase 1, your value proposition and your demos. Phase 2, your brand message and your positioning. And phase 3, your direct response sales campaigns. All right, so if you have any questions about that, go ahead and drop it in the comments, and feel free to tag me inside the private group if you have any questions as well. Had a great time sharing everything with you guys today, and I will see you on the next call. Take care.